Welcome to the show, Creative Universe Checkpoint Earth presents Union News. Not need, but claim your twin flame. The real twin flame work happens on the inside, and then it will guaranteed manifest outside. In this series of lives, I share about what that means for my union consciousness process to inspire you to find yours. It serves as a source for your regular twin flame news. And today on the show, we have not need, but claim your twin flame. What about that? I thought this is such a good, beautiful, subtle, but true wisdom that helps you on your twin flame journey. So, yeah, maybe it is just exactly what you need to hear right now. When you are on the twin flame journey and you would love to be with them because it feels like that in your heart, you do best not need them. No, not need them. You don't need them. Don't go in that direction. When you feel it in your heart, you feel that it is an unconditional love. But then it also doesn't mean that you leave it there. Like, okay, so I'm not going to need them because needs are, well, I need to have enough sleep and good food every day. And I'm going to organize that for myself so that I can have that. And that's very good needs work. And you need those needs. Very good, very healthy. But that's another level of functioning than the twin flame love. And the twin flame love that is here and that you uncover in yourself that belongs to the actual physical person of your twin flame. And this is real. This is actual. It's not a fantasy. You're not dreaming this. That is on another level than dealing well with your needs, your daily life needs, your daily sleep, your daily food. So on an entirely different level. But does that mean that you just say like, okay, I'm just going to get my hands off of that one? It's just this beautiful love for my twin flame. I'm not dreaming. This is real, but that's it. I can't do anything about that. I can't organize that just like I organize my needs for myself every day. How do I deal with that one of the twin flame love, that beautiful divine love that I don't dream up, that is real? It is a real person. And it's truly them, and I know it, and this is my twin flame, and this is our life together, and I'm sure. But I can't do anything about that? What's that? So that's not true. You can do something about it, but it's not need them. It's something else. And what is that you can do? That is the action you can take there. You can claim them. You can claim them as yours. You can claim the love in your heart as real. You can claim the person belonging to it as yours. You can claim it. You have to claim it because otherwise you will never make it come true. And many people forget this or don't even know about this. You need to claim them. And how does that sound to you? Sometimes maybe it does sound like, but isn't that the same, Petra? Isn't that like, I'm just going to need them nevertheless, but I call it differently? No, it's something else. You need to claim them like you need to go there and peacefully, in unconditional love, say, yes, this is the twin flame. Yes, we do belong together. Yes, I do want to have this relationship moving forward, build it up more and more. Yes, I do want to marry you. Yes, let's unfold all these life forms together that we want together. I claim our relationship. I'm going to live our relationship. I'm going to relate to you actively. I'm going to learn about who you are and what you love, and you're going to learn about me and what I love, and we are going to answer each other in life in freedom from unconditional love. But it is a relationship that you claim, and you're actually going to answer that. You're actually going to say, I claim this. This is my future and therefore my now. It is you. It is us that I want, that I desire, that I live for, that my union is about, that my mission is about. You claim them, you claim that as yours. It's actually very simple, but people forget it. I don't know what they do instead, like nothing. They're like zoning out or hanging back and forgetting to claim their twin flame. It's like, yeah, it's unconditional love. I just unconditional love, zoom out, zoom. I don't know where the heck they are zooming towards, but they're sort of kind of like zooming. I don't know. They might think they're meditating or something, but they miss the point because it's not sticking in that way. Nothing is happening. Well, I guess what? You did not claim them. But I wasn't supposed to do anything, right? Because it's not about needs. It's about another layer in my heart. Yes. And you claim that layer. You say, yes, I live that layer. That's what that means. And you actually step into that landscape. You answer it. You say, yes, you do it. You act on it. You invite it. You take in your role. You do the thing. That's what you do. So, yeah, let's take a sip from my Christmas cup for that because, wow, what a thing. And what a time to be alive, to work that out for yourself. What that is crucial. hmm Crucial. One of the things people will go through in the school. When you follow me into the school to develop yourself and go through the transformation that is awaiting you, this is one of the things that you will experience there. And let me for a moment explain why we have the possibility to become a paid Patreon member on this and all the live shows, because you can listen to it and enjoy it, and that is fine. But if you want the content of these shows to spiritually work healing on your union, you invest in the messages, and that's how you support your union healing in a small way if you want to, and it really works. Money unlocks it. And if you'd like to invest some more in your union, there's also the once in a lifetime opportunity, just as I said right now, already actually, to do so in the program Twin Flame Abundance Now. That brings you, besides to your harmonious union, also to your mission as Twin Flame Life Coach, making more than that investment back in due time. You're invited. Let's have a look at the Twin Flame Union Consciousness Wisdom of the day, because maybe we get even more ideas around how to claim your twin flame instead of needing them. Here it is. Twin flame union does not come together from the human psychological need for partnership. To not be alone in your endeavors, but instead from the desire to be fulfilled in God and accept in whatever He deems fitting for that. Twin flame union does not come together from the human psychological need for partnership, to not be alone in your endeavors, but from the desire to be fulfilled in God and accept in whatever He deems fitting for that. Right, so that's actually what twin flame union is. Wow. And this is funny because in a sense it seems to contradict it. because now you can hear this and say, oh, so now you're like contradicting yourself, and we're again like, oh, we need to step into our heart with God. And yeah, that's it, it's not the psychological partnership that is primary in how that goes. So now we're just hanging back again, zooming out. No, it actually means that exactly what we said earlier, that twin flame union, yeah, it does not come from following needs in itself. It comes from following what you can claim with God. That's what it is. And it's like a different thing. And it's like, maybe it sounds complex, but that's not how it's meant to be at all. It's actually not complex. The psychological human need for partnership, to not be alone in your endeavors, that's very complex. That's very much like, oh yeah, what do I need, and what do I need more, and maybe I need more of what I need, and then I can need them too, but I should not need them because that's not attractive and that's not love. So, but I do need them, but I'm not going to need them, and then we're just going to play this out. Yeah, no. With your twin flame, it's already done. You're already the union. You just need to claim it, and you do that together with God. That's all. It's actually super simple, right? That's all. That's it. And sure, within that, a beautiful human psychological partnership is going to play out, and you do not longer need to be alone. That's for sure. But that's not the foundation of it. So interesting. Really something to sit with for a moment, with Christmas, perhaps, and take that in, what that means. Which also really sounds like, well, maybe that's what we do in the school, in Twin Flame Abundance Now, the group year program that you can step into any moment right now. We meet on Saturdays. You step in the whole classroom. It's like a whole beautiful church that you step into that is full of nooks and crannies with so many supporting things and whatnot. And we meet almost weekly to support your unique transformation that you're going to take. And I think I just want to explain that is what you're doing in the school. You're transforming, you're applying all such things, ideas, informations, inner work to your own union. And you transform through that. So it doesn't look like another episode of these live shows. Not at all. It looks very different. It looks like you going through your process. And that's the beauty of it. You will be transformed in the huge success that you deserve in school. Let's take another step and look at it all from yet another perspective. Let's see if we can make that work with ACIM, A Course in Miracles, this beautiful book in which you can learn more about how to move towards union consciousness that is in turn helpful for when you want to go towards twin flame union consciousness, right? So let's see if it does make sense for the idea that is central in the show today about, it's not about my needs, but about claiming my twin flame. That is what is helpful. Today we are at lesson 351. My sinless brother is my guide to peace. My sinful brother is my guide to pain. And which I choose to see, I will behold. Who is my brother but your Holy Son? And if I see him sinful, I proclaim myself a sinner, not a son of God, alone and friendless in a fearful world. Yet this perception is a choice I make and can relinquish. I can also see my brother sinless as your holy son. And with this choice, I see my sinlessness, my everlasting comforter and friend beside me, and my way secure and clear. Choose, then, for me, my Father, through your voice, for he alone gives judgment in your name. Wow. So we have a sinless brother and a sinful brother. And it can also be a sister. That's not the point. The point is, it's your fellow human being, whomever you have in mind. And who do you have in mind? Is it your twin flame? You know, many people do see their twin flame as a sinful brother or sister or what have you, as a person that did it wrong and that hurt them, a person that is not kind to them because they walked away or they have another or they married someone else or they don't talk to me anymore via text or Facebook or something. And I don't like that. So there's certainly a sinful brother, my twin flame. Yeah. But this whole text, lesson 351, just told us that that means that I also see myself as a sinner, as someone that is this asshole that closed the door, that doesn't talk to me anymore, that has something else, someone else they are committing to instead of to the twin flame union. They just said that. But if you change your perspective on your twin flame, on your brother, and you see, no, listen, I'm seeing this thing in them that they left me alone. But maybe I also did that. Maybe I also do that. Maybe I do that now. Damn, maybe I just left myself now in this very moment. Maybe I just leave out some essential part of myself now. Why didn't I see that before? Oh my word. Yeah. I am not a sinner. I just made a mistake. I just left myself out of the communication with myself. But I did that by accident and because I didn't feel grounded yet and because I was still falling towards love and I was traumatized. And I'm learning in the now. I can have self-compassion. And then you see that this twin flame, this brother, is also not sinful anymore. They just played out what was indeed present in you. They just left you alone. They didn't talk to you anymore for a moment. And you see their sinlessness just as you see yours. And that's where you are together again. And that's where you can start to work again towards being together. Yeah. And everything will be all right in the future because now you turn it around. What an awesome idea of ACIM, A Course in Miracles. And did you know this is actually exactly how it works inside the true twin flame inner work with the key tool, how I teach it. This is how one version of the key tool, because I have two, actually three, one for trauma 2, works. ACIM is cool. ACIM is fantastic. They also know about the key tool. And this is approximately how it works. Worded differently, But there you go. This is the true twin flame inner work. Wow. And it works. Every time I did this with people on the twin flame journey, their twin flame came back to them immediately from exactly this kind of work. So, thanks, ACIM. And that's how you see that ACIM is in line with the key tool. That's also why I teach it as an option to take in for when you want to also make use of that one to go towards your union consciousness. That then in turn is a step in the direction towards your harmonious twin flame union consciousness state that really works. So awesome. Thank you so much. Let's make a new step in what we're researching here today. And let's have a look in one of my own books. And let's look into the book Twin Flames Manifesting Your Abundant Life of Love on page 268. Because I opened it as if it was an oracle, and this was the page that opened up. And I saw the text that was actually a channeled message from the new Christ Master on Earth, number 3, that when I channeled that wasn't here yet, but now she is. So maybe the text will even say I'm not here yet, but now she is. It's really interesting. And she's part of the 3 first, let's say, Christ Masters on Earth right now that I actually co-create the possibility for you to have the consciousness state of harmonious twin flame union with. And she is a central one that is really, I channeled that message from her a couple years ago, and she is really a central one in like the possibility for you to have harmonious twin flame union, and the possibility for me to roll that consciousness state out over the entire earth, beginning with you, right? And yeah, well, let's see what she says, right? 2 years, she begins, after the opening of the school by initiation of the leader. It was at that time, was already a couple years ago, but all right, doesn't really matter. Timing is apparently spoken of, but we'll get into the real meat in a second. The time has come for the opening of the secrets of the soul. The soul is the place where you take personal responsibility for how you hear Source. Well, there's much more, but I already want to say, yeah, that sounds like what we just discussed in ACIM, isn't it? Do you hear Source? In what way, right? In a way, as if your twin flame is against you and is your sinful brother, or for you and is as your sinless brother. You are responsible for how you hear and see things. All right, the soul is a place where you take personal responsibility for how you hear Source and how much you let that wisdom in your cells and influence your actions. This is where your ethics are born in your way of doing. One cannot deny one's soul, or it would cost you your sovereignty and you would blend into the background of your circumstances, be they holy or profane. You would not exist really and would not share your value with others around you. Therefore, the soul is the key, really. This is the simplest way of giving you the secret. Instead, where the air is thick with value in the soul, one can build lasting structures that serve your highest soul purpose and that of all. The school I am the patron of is for the empowerment of the soul. So you can play your unique role and that contributes to all. This is how you are all that you can be for all. And by the way, she is talking about the school that I opened right now and that you are welcome to join right now, which is Twin Flame Abundance Now, the year group course that is open. Accepting your descent is a great power in this endeavor. Descent can mean many things: your parents, your soul family, your past lives, your teacher. These are just some examples of what it might be. Your spiritual lineage, your tradition. When one accepts one's roots, growth can happen. Deep relaxation of the resistance to what you are is needed, no matter what it means to do so, and no matter what will come out of the flower bud that you are when it has gotten sunlight enough to bloom. Being what you truly are is the one true source of prosperity. To the highest of the highest beings, this stands true. Your alignment with Source runs through your soul's identity. If you don't accept your incarnation, no ascension. That is the sixth initiation is possible. Even after ascension, you will live in and with your incarnation as your dense body in one is one with the whole of all your bodies. Losing it only calls forth a new one. It is almost time for me to have one too. Well, and at this time she is here. So don't think a body is a low vehicle, for in truth it is the highest. I am the Maitreya. I am the light as your intimate friend, which is Maitreya in Sanskrit. I am that for you. Find the friend inside yourself, and you will find me there. I am compassion alive, and you are me. I come to ignite all of your inner light sources besides Maitreya also. Master JD on September 19, 2019. And then I added another quote from my own past life book, my last past life, as Helena Petrovna Blavatsky. And this quote reads, Maitreya is the secret name of the fifth Buddha and the Kalki avatar of the Brahmins, the last Messiah who will come at the culmination of the great cycle, which is where we live now. Let's have a look at some more, because I think we can always use some oracle guidance. And I made a card deck for union and mission. And we can get a card and see what we need today. What do we need today? I see the card. Builder Humans How, B 3.1. To build teams that reach superior new goals. Well, if you don't need the twin flame, but you claim them, you build the team that is your union. So let's read the text from the booklet on my screen that belongs to it. And the title is Lead from Being Out. Let's read the union text, and the mission text I will put in the show notes that I will publish on my Patreon when the show is over. Lead from being out. How do you build a team? And your union is such a team that works with you, that you serve and they you, that has the same vision and walks the same direction without problems. This is a grand question because most of what can potentially go wrong in relationships happens right here. Often people are kind of cerebral when projecting their role on the words chosen for that. For the long term and for soul conscious teams, which is in the first place your union, this will lead to certain issues because the unconscious is not accepted yet fully in that role. Communication and action. And the unconscious is what people are eventually moved by. You will see that the unconscious is allowed to be taken into account and to be experienced in line with the soul and source. Train team members, yourself and your true twin flame in that direction too. Teams and unions that have this fully and correctly functioning are very rare. However fashionable so called co creation as a term sounds, the trend does not really produce these teams and unions. Prioritize yourself to get the right result. Educate yourself to get this down and allow things inside of you to grow in the direction of the state of harmonious union. Only that gives the right base for action. Action is meant to not stand on its own, and for an organic whole with that state of being, that you can live without changing yourself on the outside because you unconsciously experience it already every moment. So, journey to that state of being and fulfill yourself with it first, because it will give you much to integrate when you arrive, so that you will pour over to your environment by itself as a result after that. Then your fire spreads in all your communications, a fire that breeds following and makes you attractive. Oh, I like that. You are a leader because you take your spiritual journey seriously and you integrate your personal goals inside of it. Right. Your needs are inside of the fact that you're going to claim your union. Right. You will learn many lessons about prioritizing source and self, then the twin flame, then all other brothers and sisters to co create with. Codependency, projection, and other unwanted things can thus be avoided. Own effort and self responsibility. You set the example. Awesome. I feel that claiming is that missing power that activates the soul so that you soulfully claim your union and your mission all in one. And your needs will follow. Your needs will be inside of that. You will start to recognize more and more when you do this that within that claiming that you do together with the divine, your needs will be met. Your needs are already met. It will happen together as one. And that's the real miracle that twin flame union is. Also for you, because you are a human being, and twin flame means human being to the fullness of it. Don't you just love that? Wow, I certainly do. And therefore, I choose now to explore the most complete depths of my being. I surrender my mind completely to God that He may bring it into perfect harmony with His. I invite God now into my core that He may make it right, returning it perfectly to its state of eternal wholeness. I trust in the power of divine love. I choose to see the truth that it is universally accepted by all. At the core of every child of God, including me, we're all one with our twin flames and God. It is safe for me to open completely to love now. My love is not elusive unless you command it so. But don't worry, you could not choose against love itself because you are love itself, manifest as you eternally. If you command it to leave, love does not leave because it cannot possibly leave. But you leave love by the power of your command. And by that same power, you can command yourself to return to love. And it is so revealing to you that love never left. It is safe to let go. It is safe to relax into love's eternal presence. Love is calling you home, and I'll be there waiting. I have always been here with you, and I always will be. Your next step. Don't forget to actually start the process and jump on the team. Actively come to our community, start doing the correct inner work, and ask the support you deserve through our services so that we can start a relationship, you and me, that will bring you to your state of consciousness of harmonious twin flame union and beyond. When you're not in the relationship, you're not on the team, and you can't expect a result that I am speaking of and, in fact, guaranteeing. Currently, the door towards the year group program Twin Flame Abundance Now is open. A new version, especially for those that want to become a union coach and make their own money. But also for those that simply want to go to their twin flame union because this is the last time that I will offer it at this price level. I am looking for 6 people to step into this abundant opportunity. Look at creativeuniverse.earth/abundance now or click this link in the description box below or in the pinned comment. The show notes. You can, however, support this ongoing twin flame news as such. Make it possible as co-creator. Without your participation and financial gifts, I cannot do anything because we need to have an energetic and verbal visual exchange for things to make sense and so that I know what I need to talk about for you. And also, we're on Earth, and that necessarily always means that we work with money as a means to make sacred content actually physically flow. Therefore, I post the show notes in Patreon. Come over and enjoy. Have influence on the broadcasts. Don't miss the behind the scenes experience. Patreon.com/PEJ at Creative Universe. Or go to the description box or the pinned comment and click the link. December's Patreon subscriber action is the Creative ID reading for only €88 plus 21% VAT instead of €222 plus VAT. In this reading, you get so many clues about who your true twin flame really is in practice, in collaborating with you for your union's mission, and you receive ideas on how to definitively call them in, including multimedia channeled symbols, sounds, and sayings. Ask me for a pay link for this very special offer. I am Petra in the consciousness state of harmonious twin flame union since March 2020. Worked with the new Christ Masters on Earth right now to roll this consciousness state out so everyone can enjoy the abundant life with their true twin flame soon enough after going in with me right here. Don't search any further. You found what you were looking for. Om. Amen.